some functions. So for instance, if I want to add up, what is the shortcut to add up?
Alternate equal to, sorry.
Alternate equal to, all right. So if I want to pick everything here and add them up, how do I add them up?
Everything, yes, sir.
Yes, I want to pick the remaining, I want to add up the remaining columns. So what do I do?
Control R.
Control R, thank you very much. I'm done. So if I want to find the average, how do I find the average? Equal to half. So as you're typing your average, you see average there, double click on it. Pick from here to here, close brackets, you're done. So if I want to find the average of this point, what do I do?
Control D.
Control D, beautiful. Then I can find the average of the average. So average of this average. And we're done. Okay. So in case I want to put a certain remark, so I'll use the word. Which function will I use? If function. If what? If this value is greater than or equal to what? This value, I'm going to hold it constant. What should I do? What should I do? If this value is greater than or equal to this value, what do I do? Call it what? Good. Otherwise, call it bad. Okay. And that's basically all you have there. Okay. But if you want to add more if functions, so they call that what? Nested what? If. Nested if. And I showed you yesterday that rather than using if this greater than, if this greater than this, you also have another function called what? Ifs. Okay. Now, instead of using the ifs, you can also use what? VLOOKUP, which is another powerful one. VLOOKUP. Okay. And before you use VLOOKUP, two conditions must be there. Now, first of all, I have a table set up like this, and it must be in ascending order from smallest to what? Largest. And you must understand the implications that this simply means from 70 to 100. This simply means from where? 60 to 69. This simply means from where? 50 to 59. And this means what? From 0 to 49. This is how we read it as human beings. But in Excel understand that this implies this. So there's a range in between. This implies this implies this, and this also implies this. Okay. So if I am looking for this, so equals to VLOOKUP what? This value, comma. Where am I looking for it? I am looking for it in this table. In this table. So because that table is constant, I'm going to hold it F4, comma. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Comma. Okay. Which column number? Column index number. Which column?
2.
Column what?
2.
2. Okay. Is it an approximate match or exact match?
Approximate match.
Approximate what? Match. And that's all. You run it down. So to confirm it's working, so if I change here to 80, what should I see?
A.
So that is how you test it to check whether it is actually what? Working. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
You say you teach now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this will really help you now. So you can also do a summary. A, B, C, okay, F. Okay. So what do I want to do? I will have the number. So let's say number. Let's say percentage. So how will I get the number? So how many A's do I have here? How many A's do you have?
It's just 2.
Now, so how did you know it was 2? You counted, is it not? But if
Yeah.
you're 100 now, are you going to start counting them one by one?
No.
So there's a function called what? Count. Count if. Count if. So this is my count range. Okay. What's the criteria? Count if what? A. Then I'll put A there. Do you see that?
Yes.
So what I can do again, I can hold it constant. That range constant, okay? So I can drag it down. So that the next one is B. So I'll change here to where? B. Next one I'll change it to what? C. Next one I'll change it to what? F. Did you get that?
So can you put your cursor on the F or any of the number? You picked the first row under grid.
Yes, I just highlighted, because this is where I want to count and I'm doing it for all of them. That's why I held it constant.
Okay, you highlighted the whole.
Look at it now. Look at that. I'll do it again. Equal to count if. Count if what? Where's the range? This is the range.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold it constant.
Okay.
Okay, comma. What's the criteria? Count if what? A.
Okay.
Close brackets. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And because I've held this range constant, I can drag it down. Okay. So next I'll change here from A to what? B. I'll change the next one from A to what? C. And change the other one from A to what? F. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then alt equal to that. So if I want to get percentage, how do I get the percentage? How do I get the percentage?
The percentage here
Mm-hmm.
is going to be
Yes, this
each of these, yes,
divided by
divided
what?
by total
The total. Beautiful.
times 100.
That's all. Okay, so this
Okay.
is total. So I drag it down. Since I've held this, if I held this constant, I can drag it what? Down. Then how do I make it percentage? What is shortcut to make percentage?
Oga Francis, good afternoon.
Okay, afternoon, sir.
Please, this course, where did you get this course? You did just put by yourself?
Which course?
This course, after that student name, this course, where did you get it before? The data, the figure.
No, it was already given to you. So I assume it's given to you already now.
So how about the grade?
The grade, we picked it from here now. You know that what we did yesterday now, VLOOKUP now, equals to VLOOKUP what? This value, comma, where am I looking for it? In this table. I have to hold that table.
This table you just pick now. Are we
Yes.
given this table also?
No, you are the one to set it up yourself.
How do you do it?
Remember, I said when you are using VLOOKUP, there are two conditions. First of all, you must have a table like this that is vertical. Secondly, it must be in ascending order. So from 0 to whatever. If I put it the other way around, 100, if I put it like this, 100, 60, 50, and 0. Okay. If I run it this way, equals to VLOOKUP what? This value, where in this table, hold it constant, which column? To approximate match or exact match?
Approximate match.
Approximate match. Can you see what it's showing?
Not available.
Can you see what it's showing? So it must always be in what? Ascending order. Can you see how it works?
It's supposed to be 70, sir.
Huh?
It's supposed to be 70, not 100.
Sorry, 70.
I'll tell the other answers too. Yeah.
70. Mr. Augustine, did you get that?
I got it now.
All right, that's good. So I can also do here 1. So if I want to get a percentage, what is shortcut to get the percentage?
Okay, shift plus 5.
Shift 5. Beautiful. And that's all. We have got our table already. So if I want to summarize it, I can do it in a simple chart. Then I can just pick maybe that, or maybe I can use a, what they call it now, a bar chart. I can use a bar chart. And go to my quickly. Although when we come to chatting, then we'll work on it. Okay.
So I have a question, sir.
Yes. What is the question?
These charts,
Yes.
if we are to present our information on charts, can this be edited on a normal Word document?
You can copy this and embed it in Microsoft Word now. When you copy this now, you can also put it in your Microsoft Word now, definitely. Okay, you can copy it and put it there in your Microsoft Word and to work. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So are you clear with this?
Yes, yes.
All right. Then we looked at FLASHFIELD, and we said, oh, FLASHFIELD helps you to work very smart, very smart. So look at what your FLASHFIELD is doing for you. So for example, I want to just pick the first number. In fact, let me pick just the middle numbers. So for example, I want to pick 266. That is the only number I want to pick. Once you have identified that, that's all. Control E. But you need to check the pattern now, whether it follows the pattern well.
Sir, when I did my own,
Yes.
it did not show the Naira sign in the other box.
If it doesn't show Naira sign, you know how to put Naira sign now.
Okay.
Do you know how to put Naira sign?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how to put the Naira sign?
Yes, sir. Is in the currency.
Exactly, now the currency, exactly. Yes. Because this cell is already formatted now. Do you know how to format a cell? Do you know how to format a whole cell? So
I
normally
don't
if
know
you're
how to format.
formatting,
I don't know how to format cell. I don't know how to format a cell.
hello, watch it now. If I want to format this cell now, can you see I'll just click D here. Can you see if I click D means pick everything on that cell, highlight that whole cell. Right click, can you see format cell?
Yeah, format cell.
So you can have general, number, currency, accounting, date, time, percentage, fractions. You see that? Scientific, if you want it there, text, special, and custom. You can customize anything you want to do there. Okay. Now, the shortcut to format your cell is Control 1. Control 1 will format your cell. You can also go to your alignment, your fonts, your border, your fill, and protection. So it's where you have number there that you're actually working with. So if I want to format a cell, Control 1, format cell, Control 1. Mr. Augustine, did you get that?
Yes, you said to format a cell is Control 1.
Control 1, exactly. Just highlight the
Yeah.
cell and press Control 1. Okay, so flash field simply is about pattern word recognition. So if I want to pick it,
That
2,
yesterday
1,
flash pin you used, you
yes.
edited the 20, the last 20. You know, you edited it.
I did not use it now. I didn't use it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I
saying.
only picked 21266.
Yes.
That's all now. If you want
You
to
went
edit
up
it
there.
out, you know it's because of the formatting. It's because of the formatting. When you see 0.00, the formatting that is automatic. So with the 00, I can always remove that. I can highlight it, Control 1. Number, I don't want it. It's not 20. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So I can highlight that and press Control E. But if you want to go through the long route, so if I highlight it here, you see your home tab. On your home tab, can you see field?
Yeah.
Field, flash field. Flash field. Are we clear with that?
Yes, sir.
So we can also, yeah? Can we move forward? Again, we also looked at another one. So for example, if I want to pick only the numbers 1000 1798, then I can pick it up. You see, anytime I highlight the data down, it goes to the last row on that column. So in order for me to pick it, because I want to stop at this point here, I want to always stop at this point here. So what I will do, I'll put a 0 here. You understand? I'll put a 0 there so that when I want to highlight it, it will stop here instead of going to the last. Do you understand why I'm putting 0 there? Do you understand why I put the 0 there?
It's going to stop. It will not continue
Yes,
from
exactly
that
where it
point.
should stop. Remember, we said there should be no empty spaces, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So once there's an empty space, it will go to the last
The last cell down.
row,
Yeah,
last
yeah.
cell down. Exactly. So for it to stop, it is anywhere I see a number there or any alphabet there to stop. So that was all. So with flash field, it can, as long as it recognizes the
No,
pattern, and that thing will take.
go back to that place, sir. You use Control Shift down, right?
Yes, control shift down. Yes.
But we've already highlighted the first column.
I do not highlight the first column. I have written what I want here. First of all, type what you want here. Once you have done that, you just highlight where you want to repeat the same pattern. Then run it. But please take note, most time when you are using flash, there should be no space. Because if I put it like this, then run it. Can you see? We looked at all the data next to your selection and didn't see a pattern for filling in values for you. So there should be
So,
no what space.
so I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
Looking at the flash field, the one that you explained to us before, the other
Yes.
table, the last value, the total value here, this 324 million naira.
Yes.
If we don't want it to be on that cell, yeah, that place that you just place your cursor on here. If you don't want it to be there, what do we do?
You don't want it to be here.
Yes.
Uh, so for example, I just selected only from here. I didn't select the last column, the last cell.
Okay.
Do you understand? I didn't select the last cell. But if I want to add it, then I'll add it now.
Can we
Doesn't
use
matter.
Control Shift? Can we use Control Shift down for this?
Exactly. Control shift down, control shift down. But you know, if I use control shift down like this, it will go to the last.
Okay.
So what do I do?
You put
Because
zero
this one
now.
is small, I'll just use my shift button now to select it now.
Why not put zero?
Because why I didn't put 0? Because I'm holding my shift button and just select it. This one is not much. But this one that is much, if I keep holding my shift, it's long now. So what I will do is that I will just press send, go to the last place, put my 0 there. So again, I can put 0 here. So when I go up, control up, I will now select what do I want to, maybe I want to find 4. I want to select 4 in lowercase 4. Control shift down. Okay, control E. You're done. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear with this?
Putting the zero down to stop the listing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You can put anything there just for it to see a character there that so that you stop anywhere you see the space. So that's why we say that you should not be using your mouse to select. Always learn how to use your keyboard. You know, for example, if I want to use my keyboard to go to the last cell, I will press Control down arrow to go to the last. Control right arrow to go to the last cell on my right. Okay. If I want to go up, control down. Okay. But when I'm selecting, if I press shift down, it will just be selecting. Shift is to select. But down arrow is to select everything to the end. You see the difference? So
Okay.
if
The
I'm
more
using
you
shift,
keep pressing shift, it will be going down.
Oga Francis, can we
yes,
try
sir.
this mobile? Like type mobile Nestle and press and highlight everything. Let's see if it will give us the same. It will give us different item.
So you want mobile
Yeah,
like this.
yeah,
So I should select
yeah,
here, right?
yeah. You see, use Control E or what?
Control E, yes.
Okay.
You know why I picked everything? You know why I picked everything?
Why?
Because it has already picked a pattern here for me. So it picked this pattern and this pattern for me already. But if there was a space here, and I tried it, so if I type mobile and I go down, now here, because I've used something before, if I create a space here, let me try it again. So sometimes it will not work if there's space like that. Can you see?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, so let's go ahead. So for example, if I have dates like this, I want to pick only the day. So this day here is what? 21st, isn't it? This month is what? October. I want this October to be in capital letter. And I want 2013, I want 2013 to be in full. Okay, so that's all. So let me go down. Let me put my zeros so that I can select it. Control E. Uh-huh. So let me try Control E. Did it pick? Yes. Control. Why did it pick these two together? Oh, it's going one by one. Okay. So Control E. Control E.
But
That's all.
isn't not control shift down first?
To select, yes. Control Shift down to select. To select, yeah. To select it, yeah.
After pressing, you not press enter.
No, now once you select now, once I've selected it, I'll press Control E.
Again, right?
Control E, Control E.
After you press control shift down, you now press control E.
Look at it. I've typed what I want. I want 2013. So
Okay.
pick these dates for me, right? So I
Okay.
select now. Control Shift
Shift
down.
down. Okay.
But you see, because I don't have zero there, it will go to the end. So if I put zero there, Control Shift down, it will stop there for me.
Okay.
Then I press Control E. That's all.
Thank you.
Clear?
Go ahead. It's clear. It's clear.
All right. So for example, those in HR, you know how they used to form your email address, right? So they will write this is the person's surname. So I want to pick the person's surname. So assuming this person's surname, assuming the way they type this thing there, the person's first name surname was first. The person's first name came first. This is clear. This is the person's surname, right? So here the surname is what? What is the surname here? What's the first name? The first name is clear. So if this is the pattern I want to pick, isn't it? So what do I do? Let me just put my zero there to select them. So I highlight it, Control E. So it has extracted those last name as first name.
No. Hello, shut up. When you
Yes.
highlighted it, before you highlighted it, control shift down. Be mentioning the code. Control shift down first. Then
Look
you now
at
press
it.
control
I'll
E.
type first, yes.
Control shift down
Control
first.
Shift down, exactly. Control
Yes.
Shift down.
Then press control E.
Beautiful, Control E.
Okay.
We'll do the same thing again. Clear. Control Shift down. Control E.
Okay.
Clear. Have we got that? Now watch this. Watch this. You know, if in most organizations, when they want to form your email address, so they'll tell you maybe your son name or first name dot your son name. So for example, I want to pick my first. Let's say pick the first name, Claire. So let's say general. Okay. So let's say Claire C dot got at let's say ailed.com. So I'm done now. Control E. And I've created everybody's email address already.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I tried to use the same thing we did. This control, the surname rather.
Uh-huh.
It was first like this, a small letter like this. I tried. He said I should use an example, then use the flash fill again.
Okay, look
I
at what you
changed
do.
it.
So look at what you do. Anytime he does not see the pattern there, type it again. Clear. Okay, let's say got is the surname Van Hoff. Is the surname. Okay. So the moment you have picked the one you want,
Yeah.
then highlight it. Pick 2 or 3 in case he does not see. In case you try the first one, he doesn't see it.
Okay.
If he does not recognize that pattern, then give it another example again so that I can follow this pattern. You now highlight, okay, follow this guy, follow this guy. Let us see. Can you see? Do you see that? So anytime you see that example, to follow the pattern. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I've gotten it. Thank you.
If you give it one example, you did not see it, give it a second example. If you did not see it, give it a third example and say, okay, follow this path. Clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, Control E. Then if I want to make it, so first name C dot. Okay. So C dot got at anything you want. Let's say at yahoo.com. Then I'll create Yahoo email for everybody like this. That's it. All right, are we clear with FLASHFIELD?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's make progress. So let's go to charts. Let's go to charts. Mr. Augusta, are you okay now with FLASHFIELD?
Yeah, I'm okay with the flash view. I'm okay with the flash view.
Okay, so let's go to charts.
Charts.
The next sheet, charts. Now, you know how I click charts here to change to charts, isn't it? I click charts to change, okay? So shortcut, if I want to go across the sheets, I'll press Control down, Control page down, Control page down. If you go to the next sheet for me, Control page down.
Control page down.
Yes. Page down. Are you seeing it? If I go page up, it will go back. Page down, it will go forward.
Mean to change the sheet.
Yes, if I want to move to the next sheet, so I'm in FLASHFIELD. I want to go to charts. Control page down.
Okay. Control page down.
Page down, yes. Control
That's
page
to move
down.
that's to move to other shift, right?
Yes, to go to another sheet, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, sir.
You see, before after this training, the number of shortcuts you are going to learn,
But
yeah, it will be overwhelming. Okay, but as you keep using Excel,
yeah,
you start seeing. In fact, remind me to send you to upload a book for you guys on this. I know whether I've uploaded it for you guys. The shortcuts for Excel and Mac, keyboard shortcuts. But if you read the charts, many will not enter. But as you keep practicing, you start seeing that they will enter. Okay, you start getting used to some of them. All right, let's go. I'm sure everybody knows how to plot. Is there anybody here that doesn't know how to plot a chart? Is there anybody
I
here
think
that can plot
the
a chart?
major thing is to select the table, the part of the table you want to plot
Uh-huh.
the chart with. Then click on uh, the kind of chart you want to plot.
Exactly. What do you think is the shortcut to plot charts? Shortcut to plot charts.
Yes, let me-
F11.
Wow. After selecting, there's no need to be clicking on all that.
No, nothing now. F11, that's all. And to plot the chart. But the only thing you need to check, be sure that that's the chart you want. So to take it to a new sheet for you.
Okay, Francis,
Yes, sir.
you highlighted
Data.
the
You highlight the data that
data
you want.
and you go to the charts.
Just press F11, that's all.
F11. Okay, take me. Oh wow. If I don't want this chart, I'll pick another one, right?
So that's it. You now go to change chart type. Then we'll go through them.
Okay, so it created the chart on another sheet.
Yes, you take it to a new sheet. Exactly. Take it to a new sheet.
So you can actually
F11.
change the chart type from here.
Yes. But let's go through the basic way of doing it. Let's go through the foundation of chart. Okay. Now, whenever you are as data analyst, okay, the way you collect your data will determine how you analyze it. Okay. The way you collect your data will determine how you are going to analyze that data. Okay. Now, there are some data we collect at a point in time. Okay. And there is data that we collect over a period of time. Okay. So data we collect over a period of time, such as this. Can you see this? We collected this data over a period of time. What's the period?
2010 to 2016.
2010 to 2016. Okay. So data collected over a period of time is called what? A time series data.
Okay.
It's called what? A time series what? Data. Clear? Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Augustine, did you get that?
So it said it's called time series data.
Time series data. Or
Yeah.
sometimes, if you want to be technical, they call it longitudinal. Longitudinal data. Either time series data or longitudinal data. Okay. But data collected at a point in time. At a point in time. So, for example, maybe they collected this data in 2020. This is a point in time. Just in 2020, they collected across the states, but for 1 year. It is called what? A cross-sectional data. It's called what? A cross-sectional data. Okay. Now, anytime you identify a time series data, now when we talk about time series data, you must also understand the frequency of the data. When we say frequency of the data, what does it mean? What do we mean by that? Frequency of the data.
Number
Eh? When we say the frequency of the time series data, what do we mean by that?
Maybe the time it occur or frequently the
Yeah,
time it
such as
occur.
give example.
Maybe like 60 seconds, make 1 minute, 60 seconds, make 1 minute, something like that.
Okay. Okay. This one, what is the frequency of this data? What is the frequency of this data?
7.
Frequency of the data. 2010, 2011, 2012, 13,
Yeah,
14, 15, 16. What is the frequency?
7.
Frequency, we're not asking in terms of the number, I'm asking how it occurs. So this is called what? An
1.
annual data.
annual.
So these are annual data. So when we say the frequency of the data is what? Is annual data. Annual data means what?
That's yearly.
Once a year, isn't it? I pick it
Yeah,
what? Once a year. It can be what? Monthly. Monthly means what?
Once a
that's
month.
once in a month.
Once in a month. Okay. It can be what? Quarterly. Quarterly means what?
Every fourth.
Every 4th month. Every 4
Every what?
months.
4 what? Month.
Month.
Okay. It can be weekly. It can be daily. Do you understand? So this is what we call
Yeah.
the frequency of the data. Are you clear with this?
Yes.
So anytime you identify that this is a time series data, which chart do you think is the best suited for it?
We don't know the type of chart you have. We don't know now, so we can't recommend the one you're talking about.
The moment you identify that it is a
The bar
time
chart can go
series
for it, sir.
data, eh?
The bar chart can go for it.
Until you're
Okay, so
sure the type
that's the
of.
point. So that's the
Okay.
point I want to make now. The moment you identify is a time series data, the first chart that comes to your mind is what?
It's
A
pie charts.
line chart. Is what?
The pie
A
charts.
line what chart. Why is it a line? Why is it a line chart? Because it's a
We are talking
line chart
about.
that will show you the trend, whether it is going up, going down,
It's
or is
coming
what
down.
stable.
Okay.
With your normal bar chart, you may not always see that kind of pattern. It may be there, but may not be clear. Okay. So the moment you identify is a time series data, which chart are you going to use?
That's pie charts.
Time charts.
Line what?
Line charts.
Your line what graph or your line chart. Okay. So that's one. Now, when you identify is a cross-sectional data,
This
which chart do you think is more appropriate? A cross-sectional data, which chart do you think is
I know that
appropriate?
there's one. There's one.
When it's a cross-sectional data, which chart is appropriate?
Can use bar
Yeah,
chart
bar
for
chart.
this.
Bar chart.
You use your what? Bar
Bar
what?
chart.
Chart.
Bar
Correct.
charts.
Your bar chart. Because bar chart is checking across. Line chart is checking over what? A period. That is why even if you plot a bar chart with this, it will go, but which one will give you more insights? Which one will you get more insight from?
Line graph.
Line graph, because see the trends. Okay, but with bar chart, it helps you to what? Compare across. Okay, while your line chart is showing growth. So that's one thing you must have at the back of your mind. Because I know, yes, you all know how to plot chart, but there are conditions in which you can use them. Okay, at least this fundamental, is it clear?
Yeah. So, sir, is it when you are this one that you are plotting the chart below it, is because it's done manually, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. But are you supposed to place the cursor on where you want to plot the chart, or you just click on the
No, you just highlight it
chart
and
menu?
plot. Just highlight and plot, and you drop it where you want. Okay, are we clear with these ones? Are we clear with these two basic charts?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the first thing that should come to your mind. Once you see the data, you ask yourself, is this a time series data or is it a cross-sectional word data? Okay, now let's take it a step further. Now, when you plot your charts, okay, so let's continue with line charts. So when you plot your charts, there are basic things we can do with our charts. Basic things we can do with our chart. So first of all, best practice, the moment you plot a chart, can you see all these your grid lines? Can you see these grid lines? Can you see grid lines? Can you see your grid lines? Just click on the line, click on the line. If you highlight it, just click on the line. If you highlight it, click on the line. If I click on the line, if you highlight, if I click on this line, if you highlight it, can you see that? So I'm clicking on this line. Have you seen the line?
Yes. I'm still trying to plot my own.
So have you seen your grid line? Have you seen your grid lines? So if I click on it, if you highlight it, I can delete it. So when you delete them, can you see your charts look cleaner? Can you see that they look cleaner than when you have grid lines? Okay. And that thing again you can do, I can also come here. Can you see this plus? I can also remove the grid, add grid line and remove grid line from here. I can also remove axis. Can you see no axis now? Can you see the axis? No axis. Axis is y and x axis now, isn't it? So if
Yeah.
I say no axis, can you see there's nothing there? If I put axis, can you see that? If I want axis title, which means I can come here and say, what will I type here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What axis title will I type here?
Growth rate.
Growth rate, market. Have you seen that? So if I come again to this plus, if I want data labels, if I want to bring the table, I can put the table there. If I want error bars, so just to find the difference, okay? If I want grid lines, if I want legends, can you see that? If I want a trend line, I can also include the trend line, but we won't go to a trend line. So have you seen how to edit your charts?
Jesus.
Are we clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
trying to
Yes, sir.
plot the graph on my own listening, but it's going to another page. I don't know why.
It's going to where another page.
The moment I click on the line I want to, the kind of chart I want to use, to go to another page.
Let me see. So if you highlight this now like this, right? Insert, and you select, you are saying to go to another page.
Yes. The moment I click on that particular one that I want to do, to just go to another page.
Okay, share your screen. Let me see what is happening. Share your screen. Let me see.
I cannot share screen. It's
You
telling
can't
me,
share screen.
yes,
Let
you need to
me.
enable me to
Yeah,
share.
I've enabled you.
So
Okay,
this is it.
let's see what's happening. Stop using mouse to highlight. Stop using mouse to highlight. Anytime you're highlighting, do not use your mouse. Always use keyboard. Yeah, so that you get used to it.
I tried using Control R, it's highlighting everything.
No, now how do you highlight it now? You use Control Shift, right arrow, down arrow now. Control Shift, right arrow, down arrow. No, now you press it once now, just once. Control Shift, right arrow, down arrow. That's all.
So if I click on it like this now, see, can you see it, sir?
Something is highlighted. It's highlighting something in your previous page. That's why. Cancel. Press cancel.
Huh?
Press cancel. Cancel. You see, when you are using mouse, you are highlighting something on that page. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Just press your escape button. Press escape button.
Press it.
Have you pressed escape?
Yes.
Click away from that place. Click somewhere. Just click. Yeah, go back. Highlight again. Let's see.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh. Okay, Mr. Augustine, have you got your own now?
No, I'm in a closed store. But if I move out, it will be noisy. So I want to finish the class before going home.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So
So you can
try
see
and
where to easily, you can see where you can easily edit all your charts, right?
yeah, I'll try and
Axis.
upload yesterday video. Try and upload it on today, please. So we can put it to practice
And
regularly. Because as at now, when I was practicing, I was unable to check some videos there. Please, it's very important.
Dami will do that. Dami will do that. Dami will do
Just try and
that.
communicate to him on time.
Okay. Okay. Immediately after this class now, I'll ask him again.
It's very necessary.
Please. All
Hello,
right.
sir.
Because
Thank you.
So, how do you move the chart to your desired place, position?
And you can just move it around now. You can move it like, or you can cut it and come and paste here. Paste. You see that? I can select. I just click on it. Cut.
Okay, select data, right?
I'm not selecting data. Look at it now. Plot the chart wherever you want to. Just plot it initially. If you plot it wherever you want, okay. Then you just highlight. Just select the data. Just click on it.
Okay.
Cut it. You know how to cut?
No.
You know to copy is Control C.
Yeah.
To cut is Control X.
X.
Control
Okay.
X. Control X to cut. Have you got that now?
Yes. So I now paste it, right?
Yes, you now paste it exactly. You now paste it. All right. So other things we can do. So I don't want the data table. I don't want. Okay, my chart title can be there. Axis can be there. Now let me show you something else. So for example, if I want to change this color of this, if I want to change this color, can you see that? The moment I click on it, if I right click, can you see the color field?
Yeah.
I can put any color I want. Sorry, color field. Right click. Why is not picking? Oh, let me escape. Sorry, let me escape. Okay, pick this. Or again, if I come to my chart design, can you see choose colors? Can you see that change colors? That's another way again to do that. Okay. So for most of your charts, what you can also do, you can also come here. So I'll do it again. I'll select my data. Now, another thing you will take note of is sometimes in the older versions, let me show you something. In the older versions, if I have my data like this way and I plot the chart, it will not plot it properly. So what you now do, you have to remove this year. You delete this year, then plot it. If you try your 2007 version, if you plot this data like this, it may not plot the correct thing for you until you remove the year, that year, then plot it. That is the only time to recognize it. Do you see that? So sometimes if it's not plotting the correct thing, you have to now delete that year there, then to now recognize it for you. Okay. So if you have done that, so that's another thing you must take note of. Then again, I can also plot this same chart. So insert, line chart. If I don't want the grid lines, so I can come here, plus, I don't want grid lines, I will remove it. Best practice, always remove them. Your tables will always have axis title. So here, I can have what? Markets. Let's say market groups rates. Growth rates. Here I have year. Okay, year. All right. Now, if you are not happy with this, the way this chart is looking, what you can do, can you see where you have quick layout? Can you see quick layout? Quick
Yeah.
layout. You can look at how you want it, how it will appear. So be moving your mouse. Can you see? Be moving your mouse. It will be giving you the different styles. Be moving your mouse. Be moving your mouse. You see that? So if you want a
But
particular type,
so
then if
I
I want
noticed
this,
that as you are moving it, it's
yes,
plotting the vertical against the horizontal.
exactly, yes, exactly. Okay. Otherwise, if you have seen what you want, you click it. Say, okay, that's the layout I want. Then you can come
Hello,
here to look at
hello,
the
Mr.
style.
Mr. Charles, Mr. Charles, Mr. Charles.
Hello.
Mr. Frank, can you hear Mr. Frank? What I'm saying is that this particular chart of a thing is not that a big deal as regards to inputting data. Because most of the company just find maybe pie chart or bar chart, they are okay.
What you see, that's what I'm showing you now. There are basic things that you must now start taking note of.
Okay.
You understand? You know, when I say plot chart, plotting chart may look simple, okay? But there are some basic things you must still understand about chart plotting. Because what you must learn is when we come to dashboards, we are going to prepare dashboards now. So it is the fundamental of this that you used to do that. Do you understand?
Okay, go ahead.
Sir,
So you can also come here. Yes.
you mentioned two types of data now, time series and cross-sectional.
Yeah.
Other charts like pie charts, can you actually go for cross-sectional?
Cross-sectional, beautiful, exactly. So anything you are going to be able to compare.
Yeah.
Okay, those are the kind of charts you are going to use. Okay. All right. So you see where you change your styles, isn't it? You have seen where to change your what? Styles. All right, that's good. So that's for line chart, okay? As for your bar charts, now anytime we talk about bar charts in school, then what they were teaching us is the charts. Those what we call bar charts. Here they are called column charts, not bar charts. They are called column or charts. Can you see column charts? This is bar charts. So
Okay.
this is what column or charts. You see that? So if I want, I'll first of all remove the grid lines. If I want to change the color, I can come here, change the color. Now, but imagine that, can you see that? So you change this color. If I want a particular style, can you see that? Sometimes when you see some people do dashboards, you'll be wondering, is this Excel?
Very creative with it.
Yes, people can be very creative. So I'm showing you where they do all those, what the tools that give you those room for creation to be creative.
Is it possible to get more templates for this Excel, for this chart and all that?
Definitely, if that way you can edit almost everything. That's what I'm trying to show you, that almost everything is editable. Now imagine that each of them have different states. So each state will have its own color. So what I will do, if I click on one, notice, watch, if I click on one, what did you notice? If I click on Benin, what did you notice?
All of them is
He
kind of
highlighted everything. If I click on Benin again, what did you notice?
only Benin.
Only Benin. So that's the only time I can only change the color for Benin.
Okay.
Do you understand? When I go again, I can now change the color to, I can go again. Do you understand?
So
I can now start customizing the way I want it to look. Okay. If this color you don't like it, then you can now come and customize your own color. More color. You see, I can now customize it. I can customize the color. Anyone. I can come to custom and blend. You see that? I can come to there and blend it. Clear?
okay, sir.
All right. So those are the basic things that we can do. In case maybe you have a, what they call it now, maybe you have made a mistake, you don't want this chart, okay? If you just right click, just say select, change chart type, then you change different chart type for you. So if you don't want that, you can change it to this high bar, okay, column. And again, even in your column, you can also have 3D. You also have what 3D. Okay, I want 3D. Okay, can you see that's changed it to 3D for me? Do you see that? So if I want a quick layout, then I can quickly check. Okay. Then if I want different styles, then I can. All right. So have you seen how to start editing then your charts? Now some people can even go more crazy and start changing each of them instead of making them box. Have you seen that? This is the default you have. So you can change them to pyramids, cylinder. So there are some reports you see them cylinder. Have you seen a report like that? Okay. So you see you can edit it as much as you want. Okay. Now these are the basic charts that you have. Okay. But from 2016, in fact, from 2016, they started bringing different kinds of what charts. Okay, different kinds of what charts. So you have a whole lot of charts. Can you see that? So you see you have column charts, you have line charts, you have pie charts. Okay, the new version of pie chart. So for example, let me give you. Okay, this data set here, right? This data set here, level of understanding. Now, is this a time series data or a cross-sectional data? This data here, is it a time series data or cross-sectional?
It is cross-sectional.
It's cross-sectional, isn't it? So I can also use what? Which type of chart can I use for this?
I use bar chart as well.
I can use what? A bar chart, okay? But the moment I need to break that bar chart into several components, so I want to break it down. This is not, so this is like a piece of cake. I want to break it into different parts. Then I can use a bar chart. I can also use what? A pie chart. Can you see that? I can use what? A pie what chart. You can also change the layout, what you want to see. I can use a pie chart. Okay. But the modern way of using your pie chart, so instead of using pie charts, there's a new one now. Okay. And what is it called? What is the new chart called? It's called what? A donut chart. Have you seen a donut chart before?
Yeah.
Donut what? Charts. So they still do the same thing. There's still even another one again called what? Tree map. Exactly what your pie chart is doing is what tree map is doing. So tree map. Can you see that? Your tree what map. And what makes your this thing exciting is that the moment I change a data to 20, have you noticed there's also a change?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another thing. It makes it very what? Dynamic.
Most people use these cylinder bar charts in business to project
Yes,
sales.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so they have other charts. So here you can come and play with them and now see when they are used. Okay, so you have line chart, bar chart, aerial chart. Aerial chart is like your time series. Okay, the only difference now it now starts them up. You have your scatter graph, but the only time you can use your scatter graph is when, for example, you have two variables, x and y.
Like
Okay,
regression.
like regression exactly.
I wanted
So
to ask that, sir.
that's what you use.
What kind of data do you use? Is there any difference between regression and correlation?
Uh,
You want to present data or you want to
so,
analyze data?
Mr. Augustine, you want me to go through that, although it will become very
No,
technical.
I will be technical. Let me just watch the video again. Anything I don't know, I'll bring for the next class.
Okay, because that may become very technical. So,
Yeah. So I'm looking. I want to see.
So if, for example, I have, let's say, adverts, and let's say I have sales. Okay, let's say I have, let's say these are the numbers. Okay, sales, advertising. Okay, so if I want to plot if I want to do a scatter graph, right? So if I come here, can I see a scatter graph? What scatter graph is doing?
Yeah.
Because these are linear, so let me do them random. Let me do them random. So if I want to pick random values, there's a function called rand. If I want to generate numbers, there's a function called rand. Rand we give you decimal, so rand between 0 and 1. Or just say rand. Rand to just give you random numbers. Rand, sorry. Equal to rands. Or if I put, let's say 0 and 1. Why is that not open? Let me do it again. Equals to rands. Can you see you just generate random numbers for you? As you press enter or anything, it will be changed. The numbers will be changing. That's the random. I don't know why it's not entering here. Let me see again. But if I want to, this is rands. This is function called rands. Okay, there's another function called rand between. So if I want to get it between numbers, so for example, I want to get between. So equals to rand between. Let's say 10 and 20. You see that rand between what 10 and what 20. Okay, so you can also do that. Let's do another one. Let's say rand between, let's say 100 and 1000. Can you see that? So anytime you press enter, you see notice that the data will be changing. Anything that you press, it will be changing. So what you can do, you can just copy. If you're okay with this data, you can just copy it. Copy. You know how to paste. What is the shortcut to copy?
Control C.
Control C. How do you paste?
Control V.
Control V. Now, instead of pressing Control V, you press Control Alternate V to paste special. So you are going to paste the values only. Did you get that? So anytime I press enter or anything now, you see that the values will not change again. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So shortcut to copy, Control C. Shortcut to paste is Control V. But sometimes instead of just pasting like that, you want to paste what special. So if you are pasting, you just right click and say paste what special. Can you see paste special? This is paste what special. So if I want to paste special, I want to paste values only. So you look for where you have values only. Formula and formatting, keep source. You see that no borders, values only. Can you see that? I will paste. So to paste special, the shortcut is Control Alternate V.
But if it has been copied, you just look for this. You just click on the cell and right click to pick paste special.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So let's assume that this is your sales. Let's assume this is adverts. Okay. So if I want to do a correlation, I'll do a correlation. So can you see this is scatter graph? Can you see that? So the modern way of doing a scatter graph is called bubble charts. So bubble chart is like the 3D version of it. Can you see that? It's like a 3D version of it. Okay. Now, but you see, correlation, here there's a function called correlation. Correlate.
Yeah.
Correlate between what? This and what? That's the correlation. So what kind of relationship does it have?
Negative relationship.
A negative what? Correlation. But
So,
if it's
sir,
for
there is no
regression,
need to hold anyone constant for correlation.
no. But if I want to run for regression, that means that regression must tell me which is the driving. Is it sales that depends on what? Adverts. So in that case, there's a function called intercept. But the point I'm trying to show you here that if I want to run a regression, if I run a line chart, see my line chart. So let's look at this. This is my sales data, okay? If I want to get a regression line, I just right click and say add trend line. Can you see that trend line? Add what? Trend what? Line. So I want to display equation on charts. So this is also what? Like a regression.
Okay.
When we come into this thing, we can do all those things, but I'm just showing you basics first. There's a part that you are going to do statistical analysis with Excel. That is when I will show you all these other aspects. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. But that's basically what we are talking about. So here we are talking about our charts, right? So for charting, there are different aspects of it. So what I need you to do, go back. When you get back, can you see the different charts?
Yeah.
So you are going to learn the basics. So you are going to look. So the assignment I'm going to give to you is that you should look for the conditions that in which most of all these charts are being used. Like waterfall chart. These are new charts. Waterfall charts. You have your tree diagram. You have your scatter diagram. You have, so there are a whole lot. Okay. So the assignment is for you to check when each of these charts are used. So if I look at all the charts, you will go to the first one, column chart, when is it used? Line chart, when is it used? Pie chart, when is it used? Bar chart, when is it used? Area chart, when is it used? So I need you to create the data and also what? Plot the charts so that you know when they are used. You understand the assignments? Do you understand the assignments?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Some bus charts, histogram, box and whiskers, waterfall chart, funnel chart, combo charts. Okay, so that's the assignment, because this is going to lead us to what we call dashboards.
Okay, sir. After getting what they are used for, we should create data for each.
Yes, you just create a data to show, okay, for me to use this chart well, this is
And
the
data.
right data that will be suitable for it. So look at for example, can you see this data? Look at this data here. What kind of data is this?
Still a cross-sectional data.
It's a cross-sectional data. So which chart do you think is most appropriate for it?
Is the information here is really much.
So you see, if it's much and I go and use like my column chart, if I
Very
use my
clumsy.
column chart, can you see that it's too long?
Yes.
So rather, what will be the most appropriate chart for this? It will be what? A bar chart. Can you see the bar chart now? So where your information is very long and you need to put all of them, so it is better you put it in what? A bar chart like this. Did you understand that?
Yeah.
So then in that case, I can now start increasing my size of the charts. Then you can also go to the layout. I can also go to my layout, chart design. Can you see my chart design? Layout, I'll check which one. Okay. I want the values to be showing. Okay. If I want the values to show inside, then I will check. Okay, can you see this one is showing them inside? Then I can
But
increase
for
the
this one to
size.
be better, it still has to be increased. Yeah, the size has
Is
to
that?
increase. I said for you to give a better view, the size has to increase.
Yes, yes, exactly.
There's no way of rotating this.
Rotating it, not exactly. Because this is quite large. This is quite large. The other side is quite large. So it is easier for me to rotate it this way than to be scrolling through this, because I want everything to be on one page. So you see, for example, when your data is long, this is a typical example where this bar chart is more appropriate than your column chart.
Yeah.
You understand that?
So
Then I change the colors as you wish. Okay. Change the type. Change the type. All right, but you get the point, right?
yeah.
You get the point. So then that thing again, I want to show you in charts. Okay, so when you have, so remember you have been dealing with your pivot tables and the rest. Okay. And before we got our pivot table, we always ensure that we follow certain rules. We follow certain rules. Okay. And what were those rules?
There's no
When we are,
empty row of column.
you said what? What are the rules?
I said that there should be no empty row or column.
No empty rows, no empty columns. Do you have empty rows? Do you have empty columns here?
No.
Do you have empty rows or empty columns here?
No.
All right. What again?
All dates and category should be aligned to the left.
They should what? You know, it's every day that
We said all dates. We said all dates and category.
what will happen to them?
Blue column.
On a single word column, does it meet that criteria?
Yes.
What again?
She said there should be no total or subtotal.
No total or subtotal. Do we have totals or subtotals here?
No.
Any other one?
No empty column now. No empty column.
No obstruction around the table as well.
Okay. Okay. Any other rule again? Now, this data, is it ready for analysis? This data, is it ready for analysis? Is this data ready for analysis?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you see it's ready. So if it's ready, how do I analyze? How do we analyze it now?
I don't understand, sir.
How do you want to analyze this data? So if they tell you to analyze this data, how are you going to analyze this data now?
I will click on pivot table.
Oh, Mr. Augustine is now a consultant. Yes. You go straight to where?
Pivot table.
Pivot table. So make sure that your table is already labeled. So here it's already labeled as X.
Yeah.
To summarize pivot tables. Good.
Yeah.
So what do you want to see now? What do you want to see?
Maybe I can click on the category and amount.
Beautiful. I want to see category. I want to see the amount.
Yeah.
Good. Any other thing? Do you want to see any other thing again?
I can, but the dates are long. I can check the dates. and
You want to
the
check the date. Let's check the date. So select table expenses. I want to check the date
yeah.
and what?
I might pick the year, the amount of amount.
By the amount, okay?
Yeah.
So which means I can see this my data. I want to remove I want to see it by year. I can also check it by what? Insert, pivot table, expenses, select expenses. Okay, I want to see by quarter. So I've seen by year. I want to see by quarter. Take quarter. Take years. This is count of years. Okay, let me take the amount. What again do you want to see again? So I've seen by year, quarter. Let's see if I have insert, pivot table, select expenses. Okay, let's see date again. Can you see it automatically calculated for me for months? So I just take the amount. What again do I want to see again? Insert, pivot table, select expenses. What again can we see again? What again do you want to see again? Okay, even the category. Let's see category by category, okay? But this time is by the count. By count, which is the most. Okay, or if it doesn't make any sense, let's hear that again, we can see again. Hear that thing that we can see, look at again.
I think so.
Okay, let's assume that this is all we want to do. Let's assume this is all we want to work with, okay? Now look at this. So here I can easily update it as, let's say, expenses. Let's call here total. Just the same way we have been doing it before. Amount. Okay, field name already exists, so I can call it, let's say, value. Then I can highlight this, Control Shift 4. Good. All right, so here I can call this one year. Total. Here I can call here value. I can do this. Can you see how I'm editing it quickly? This is quarter. Quarter. Shehu, is your own picking the year automatically for you now? You know, yesterday we were struggling with it. It will just go and pick it. It will just go and group it the way it likes.
I've not tried it on that one. I just activated.
No, try it now. Try it now on this thing. Try it now on with your 13 and see whether it's giving the same problem. Okay. So this is the month. Total value. Okay, so that's basically all. So once you are done with that, then the next thing you may want to do, you want to what? Present this in like a dashboard. Because a dashboard is like a one-page report. Okay, so after you have done all this thing, now to actually see those insights that you want, then we can do a dashboard. So how do we do that? So we have already done charting, right? So we can just take this and just say insert. Now, but whenever you are using Power Pivot, you also have what they call pivot charts. But you see, not all charts will work with pivot charts. not all charts work with what pivot charts. So only basic charts like your column chart, bar chart, pie charts, those ones will work. But if I want to go into other ones, so like tree map, tree map cannot create. Can you see tree map will not work? Okay, area will work, bar will work, pie chart will work, line chart will work, column chart will work.
Hello, Jenny. Shut up.
Yes.
My battery will off now. Yeah, I'll be going home now. My battery will off now.
Okay, that's fine.
Or how long is the class again?
Yeah, we have another thing to do again.
Okay, after
We have
this
another
chat,
30 minutes to go.
30 minutes. Oh my god, man. And what topic is that, sir? What topic is that?
You said?
What topic is that? What topic is that? What shit is that?
We are going to quick Excel tools. Some quick Excel tools I'm going to show you.
I'll be happy if this file can be shared today, please. This video can be shared today, please.
In fact, you know what? I promise you that as we finish now, I'll call Dami and make sure that.
Please. Because I have to leave here now. Thank you very much.
Don't worry, it will be shared today. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Dami, please. All the files, ensure that they are all shared today, please.
Thank you. My battery is down now.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir?
He's not picking the year. He's not summarizing the year as picking it. He's listing it one by one.
We'll still do it one by one. Okay, share your screen. Let me see. Share your screen. Let me see. All right, Mr. Augustine, no problem. Share your screen. Let's see.
So this is it. If I pick,
if I take date, just drag the date. Drag the date. Just drag it to rows. Row.
So there's something disturbing my mistakenly.
Wait, you are still using is this one the old one, 2013?
It's 2013.
No, this 2013, okay.
So this is the way it's showing it.
Hold on, just hold on. Okay. The good part is that it has already highlighted. So right click on this date. For me. Right click on this your date. No, not here. On this table that you created. On this table. Okay. Exactly. Go down a little bit. No. Hold on. Go down a little bit.
I don't understand. I've already like it.
Right click on that place. Let me see. Right click there. Say group. Click on group. Group.
Okay.
Can you see now? It's showing you years, quarter, month. Exactly.
Okay.
This is what we were trying to do yesterday that it was giving error. So click on month. Click OK. That's all. Okay. Then go and create. So then drag your amount to values. Exactly.
Okay.
Then go and do another one again. Beautiful. Can you see now? This one is working very easy now.
Yes, sir.
So take date again. No, you cannot take category. It does not make any sense to take category unless you are counting the category. So look at how it works. Just think about it like this. If you draw a table, you want to see a qualitative variable by a quantitative. So for example, I want to see category by amount, category by quantity.
Okay.
But it does not make sense for me to see category by date, category by category.
Yeah, I understand.
Unless I'm counting the category. I want to know.
Can I change the form of this category now?
You said?
Can I change this form to just year? This one.
Yes, now you can change it now. Yes.
But can I edit it here as 2014?
You can edit it now. You can edit. You can, if you have the year, if you know the year, then you can do that.
Okay.
It means you have to remove that month if you don't want the month there. You can just drag the month out. Okay, right click.
I should remove the dates.
No, look at look at this. Take group, click on group. Group by years. Let's say years. Click on years. Check, click on that month again. Click on the month again. Click OK.
Okay.
I see that.
Okay, sir.
Then take the amount. Beautiful. Go again, go and do another one again by quarter. Okay, this is all you have done year before now. This is month. Change this one to month. Okay, leave this one as month.
Okay.
Right click again. So you can change it to month. Delete it, remove years. Click OK.
It's changing both of them.
Oh, it's changing both of them. I was
Yeah.
wondering how. Oh, let me see. But they are not highlighted. Ensure that it's not highlighted. Let me see.
I've not highlighted anything.
Okay, remove your date. Let's see. Remove your date. Remove your date from that. Drag it. Just drag it out. Drag it out. Just remove it.
The sum too, the amount.
Yes, just remove it. And remove it completely. Oh yeah, let's start it again. See, drag your dates down to row. Let me see. Drag your date to row. Date to row. Right. Let me see. Just click on the drop down of dates. Let me see what's in that date.
Okay. This is it, sir.
You press escape. Okay, try and change. Normally, it's supposed to change to date. Press cancel. Press cancel. Let's see. Right click on it. Right click on it. Let me see. Right click on it. Yes. Group. Go to days. Let's see. Put it in days. Let me see days. Uncheck that mode. Click OK.
It's
So
affecting
it's
the change on both.
taking both together.
Sir?
I say it's taking the 12. It's supposed to be separate. It's supposed to be separate.
Yes,
It's not supposed to be
it's taking both together.
You know what you can do? Go to a new sheet. Go to a new sheet. Let us try it. Go to a new sheet. Copy this data to a new sheet. Copy that data to a new sheet.
Okay.
Copy this data to a new sheet.
This particular data.
Yes, take it to a new sheet. Control N. Take it to a new sheet. Control N to new sheet. Control N, new sheet. Control N.
Yeah.
Okay, that means you have to share that new sheet with me. I'm not seeing the sheet. You have to share the new sheet. Stop share, then share a new sheet.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah, paste it here. Paste that data there. Not this one, not this one, not this one. The raw data. Undo, Control Z.
The raw data itself. Okay.
All right. Now, where's the heading of this? Where's the heading?
Oh, I don't think it's copied with the heading.
Every table must have a header. Remember that to avoid problems.
Is it?
All right, try and do the pivot table now. Let's see.
Okay. Start pivot table. Spaces. So the first one I'm picking is date, followed
Yes.
by amount. Then I'm
Go on,
coming here
wait,
to.
hold on,
Okay.
Go and create another one. Create another one again. Let us see. Create another one again.
It's picking the same thing here as the date.
Is it changing it?
No,
Is
it's
it
not
changing?
changing. It's not changing it.
It's not changing it. So right click here. So hold on. Right click on this one now. Right click now. Change it to month. Let me see. Group.
It's in month already. Should I
Change.
uncheck this starting from? Should I uncheck it? Starting at and ending
No,
at.
just click OK. Click OK. Click OK. Let me see.
It's affecting it in both.
Okay, then uncheck it now. Then let us see.
Okay. On any table or on this one.
On any of them, since both of them are big books. So uncheck it, but click OK now. No.
Can I check this one?
Do it. Let us see. Let me see.
Normal like this, right?
Yeah, click OK.
It's still doing the same thing.
It's still picking both of them, even when they are not checked.
Sir?
Hmm.
Yeah. Even when I don't check, it's still picking both of them.
Let me see. 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 Or let me see. This date from one problem to another problem. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Wait.
Can I stop? Okay.
Go back to the sheet one. Let me see the sheet one. Go back to your sheet one.
Okay. I should stop sharing this one,
Click
right?
sheet one. Click sheet one. This is your sheet one. Click on sheet one where the original data is. Let me see.
Okay. But I have to stop sharing this particular one.
No, this sheet one. What you have as sheet one now? Look at your sheet now. Sheet one.
Okay.
Yes. So this is highlighted.
Yes.
Automatically is highlighted. So go back to
Yes.
your sheet two now. Go back to sheet two. Okay, try and create another one again. Try and create another one. Try and create. Try and create another one. Right click.
I should remove date, right?
No, leave it there. Click group. Let me see. Click on group. I'm trying to understand why they are linked together. Okay, see what we do here. See what we do. Press escape. Press escape. Press escape. Let me try this. Click on the, go to any line. Go to any line down. Go down. Go down to another line. Go to another line down.
Okay.
Okay, create another pivot table now. Let's just create another pivot table again.
Should I still
So
use the same date?
yes, dates. Right click and change. Let me see now. Right click, group,
Group.
uh, change to month. Change it to month. Let's see. Pivot table cannot be overlapped
Overlap.
by a row.
The issue is that the one up here
So
is
top,
changing
yes, the one on.
everything. He's entering it as well. That's
Okay,
why.
so take it. Okay, I understand.
It's changing everything again.
So it's still
Everything.
affecting it. It's still affecting it.
Yes. It's still affecting it.
What can cause this one now? I'll find. I don't know. Just remind me within the. Let me find out why.
Let's stop sharing.
Okay, you can stop sharing. Yes, you can stop sharing. Okay, but you understand what I have done here so far, isn't it?
Yes, yes, sir. I do.
I picked them in different distance. I don't mine is not selected. So what you are going to do, you are going to plot a chart for each of them. So for example, I plot a chart of this. So I can take this out. So this is what will I call this one now? This is what expenses. This expenses by what? By category,
By
abi?
category, yeah.
I want to remove my grid lines. I can even delete this out. Delete this out. So that's okay. Then I can get my year. Plot this one. Line chart. This is what expense by month.
Is it by a month or year, sir?
Eh? Oh, this is by
Is it by
year.
a month? Yeah.
Oh, this is by month. By year, sorry. If you want to add any more this thing there, let's see. This is expense by quarter. So you see, by quarter is I'm looking at it in terms of, because if I bring it in terms of a line chart, you may not release it, but I can compare them across. Okay, so I can call this expenses by quarter. Uh, and here we can have we call this one. Let me call this one what? Expenses by what? Expenses by what month? Do you see that? So what I can do now, I can just even take it to a new sheet. If I want to remove all these grid lines like this, I'll come to my view. Can you see view grid lines? Can you see grid lines are not there?
Yeah.
Then I can come and say insert, let's say text box. Let's say insert text box. So let me call it, what should I call it? Expense management report. Let's say expense management report. Then I can use my okay, so let me change my fonts. Let me increase the size. Sorry. So expense management report. We paint it, use that color. So, okay, so I can come and take this guy. I can cut it out from here, come and paste. So let me just call this one report. So let me come and paste this guy here. Okay, so let's take another one. Let me take this guy. Come and paste it here.
So it is the highlighted one that you are picking, not the graph itself.
The graph now, I'm taking the graph. I'm just taking the graph. Okay? I'll just cut it.
Okay, okay.
Anytime you click on the graph, if you click on the data that you use to plot it,
Okay.
so I can pick that. Let's pick this one. And you see what I've done? From that table that you have seen that didn't make any sense, can you make sense out of it now?
Yeah.
So this is what they call a dashboard, a one-page report. Now guess the good part of it. Any data I change here, if I come here, let me put 0. Let me put 0 here. Go to your report. That report was there any change?
Yeah.
Salaries. Okay, let me see salaries. Salaries. Where's salaries here? I want to see what the difference was when I had. I want to see whether it is interactive. That's what I want to just confirm. Is there any difference?
Not yet.
Okay, then let me. Okay. I have to come and refresh it here. Then I have to come and refresh it. Where's refresh? Can you see any refresh? Refresh. So refresh reports. Have you seen the difference now?
Yeah.
Did you notice it changed?
Yeah, it has changed.
Yes. Okay. So that's how this is what they call what? A dashboard. And you can keep editing everything. So for example, like some people who like to, so the background, I can just paint it. And paint it black like this. You get, I paint it black like this. I can also make my, let's say, company sets. Let me go to my design. I want another layout. Okay, let me just leave that. Maybe I can also change here. I want it black again. Black. Let's make this dark. Then here, let me make the color maybe orange. Let's make this one. Let's make this one. Let me make this one. Green. Okay, beautiful. Then what I can do again, if in case I want to input like a logo, I want to put the logo, let's say the logo, I will just come to insert. Can you see picture from this device? So I can put a picture, let's say charm. Now let me pick another one.
So what did you do with logo now?
Yeah?
What did you do with logo?
You will see no coming now. Let me see if I have any logo. Okay, let's see this one. So this is a logo, right? So I can take this logo.
It should look like a watermark.
Yes, exactly. So all these ones now, if okay, see this is the company logo, abi? So it's white and purple. So it means I can decide to change here to meet the color purple. You see that you can decide to change all these other ones. Anyway, you get the point though. So when you say do data analysis, this is what they expect you to do.
Okay.
You understand? So when they say, can you analyze data? This is what they are telling you to do. Not regression, correlation. You understand? But it can be part of it.
Okay, sir.
But
Is
at the
that
end of
part
it,
of this course, sir?
yeah,
Is that part of this course?
it will be part of it when we are doing I think we are going into Python. I don't know if they are going to do data science, but that's called data science when you are doing your reporting that way. Okay. So this is just a can you see in like 5 minutes you're already done with a report?
Yeah.
So this is assignment I'm giving you guys. That's why I said go and learn all those charts, as many charts as possible. Okay. But your pivot table will not allow you to do all of them, but the basic ones it will allow you. Okay. So you are going to create your own report. You are going to create your own dashboard. So that's supposed to be your own project. We are going to look for a data set to send to you, but practice with this one first.
Okay.
Then you will go and prepare your own report. In fact, that pivot table, that first one we gave you guys, that first assignment I gave you guys.
Yes, sir.
On pivot table. So right? Create a dashboard, exactly. Create a dashboard based on this one. Create a dashboard. Okay, sir. Like this. Now this is just, you see, this is just basic. But if I settle down now to start editing everything, customizing different things, then I'll show you guys next week how to do slicers, how to use slicers to make your dashboard very interactive. Okay. So then if they ask you, are you a data analyst? Then you can say, yes, I'm a data analyst. Okay. So when you see what the kind of report people do, it's a dashboard. So when you hear a dashboard, it's Excel that they use. Okay. But recently you see that because data has become larger and more sophisticated, you now see that they use other tools like Excel, like Power BI, Tableau, and the rest. Okay. Like for example, if in HR, you see people in HR, they say they are doing HR analytics. HR analytics. At the end of the day, just dashboard they are doing. That's all. Just a dashboard that they are doing. Okay. For example, this is an example here. Can you see this one? This is Excel. Are you seeing that? This is Excel. It's not a software, it's Excel. Okay. So by the time you start doing all this thing, by the time you keep practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing, your design skill will become top notch. Okay. So this is just a basic way of doing a dashboard. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you can just go on Google, just type dashboard so that you just have an idea of how dashboards look like. So that will also guide you on how to think about designs. Okay. Most time I will recommend use white spaces because white most time is more clear and gives you more space than dark. If you want to print it out, this one will carry more ink. So it is easier to use white backgrounds. So these are kind of design concepts when we get to Power BI that you will learn. But for now, this is where we are going to stop today. So when we come next week, I'll show you other things that we're going to add to it. So slicers, timelines, data validation. So all these slicers and timelines. So for example, if I want to go and connect to this workbook, open. So can you see if I add anything to it? If I add maybe like, let me see what category. Okay. So if I select category, if I select furniture, if I select this, you see it will keep the chart will keep changing. That is exactly what this guy is doing here. Okay, with the drop downs. So these are the slides. These are things we are going to do next week. Then we'll make our report more elegant. Clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you go and practice it.
Yeah.
Practice it. Then by next week, let me see a report that you have done.
Okay, sir.
All right. I think we can call it a day. Do you have any questions? Yes.
Yeah. So is it possible to round up Excel class by next week Sunday?
Definitely. That's the plan now. Because this is the end. Because they are going to do a project.
Awesome.
After this is a project, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
After this is a project, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Any question? Okay, that's all. Okay, that's fine. All right. Dami, kindly assist to help upload the videos today so that Augustine can practice.
All right, no problem. We'll do that.
All right. Thank you very much. And
Thank you so much, Mr. Francis. And you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
You can stop the recording, sir.